Welcome back to another episode. Ryan and Kevin here with Chaos MMA. And today is our first UFC 274 prediction video for the main card. You'll be seeing more of these pay-per-view prediction videos as we go on the June 11th pay-per-view, International Fight Week, all that stuff. And yeah, we're just going to be making our predictions on the main event, the main cards, main events, all that stuff. And we're just going to try to give you some of the best picks. I know there's a lot of people out there that bet and everything else. So hope these help you with your bets. So the first fight of the night at UFC 274 for the main card is Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler. Now, Michael Chandler signed with the UFC last year, as we all know, had a beautiful debut when he knocked out Dan Hooker in the first round. I don't know if many people thought he would got the finish like that. Then he fought Oliveira for the belt. And as we all know, Kevin, he was this close away from winning that belt. He had him
He was
hurt.
so close.
The
So close.
first round, he had him. Yeah, I mean, you wonder what would happen if it's crazy how Oliveira got out of that. But after that, he fights Justin Gaethje on the MSG card in the Usman Covington, and that was such a great fight. It was 1-1 going in the third, and if Chandler wasn't, fighting with his hands down that third round, you wonder if he could have won that fight. It was a very interesting fight.
Also, I feel like they were just throwing so much too. They were literally throwing bombs on each other. I mean, they went there to put on a show. There was really no tactics involved at all.
Yes.
But it was a close decision. It was not like Chandler just got battered. They both were battered at the end of it. But it was just a 3-2 or a 2-1 decision for Gaethje, in my opinion.
Yeah, one of the best fights in 2021 last year, and yeah, that was just a fight that you knew was going to be a banger once it got announced. And
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson, he's been on a struggle lately, man. He hasn't won since 2019. We know he fought Gaethje on the first UFC card back from COVID, and that was hard to watch at times. Charles Oliveira, he then fought on the December card.
Slaughtered him.
Yeah, Oliveira beat him pretty bad. And he fought Beneil Dariush in a fight. People thought maybe this is the fight we see prime Tony back. Beneil did the same thing Charles did, though. He just went out there and dominated for 3 rounds. You start to wonder if it's at the end for Tony, and now here he is fighting Michael Chandler, another top guy in the lightweight division. So you wonder, do you like this fight for Tony? I don't know. So Kevin, whenever you're ready, what's your prediction on this fight?
So I think this fight could go multiple ways. First way, if I was a betting man, I think Chandler probably gets it out, maybe with a late finish or decision. I'm saying this because Tony Ferguson, yeah, he's been on a decline, but you really got to look at him. He's never been knocked out like that. I mean, with Gaethje, he got battered, so that he could be different. But Chandler doesn't like the jiu-jitsu. He does not like the jiu-jitsu. You saw it with Oliveira. Even though they weren't on the ground too much, but Chandler definitely did not like it when he was on Chandler's back. So it could go that way, but just seeing the way Tony Ferguson he had such a long layoff and everything, I think Chandler probably scrapes out a late finish or a decision.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way about that. I think this is another fight where I don't think Tony wins. I think I'm going Chandler by decision. I don't see Chandler finishing Ferguson. Although I'm going to say it for you guys out there. Whatever the prop is on a Ferguson submission, I'd look into that because Chandler gets a little sloppy at times. We all know that. He got sloppy in the Oliveira fight. With his hand, he got caught with that punch. He got sloppy in the Gaethje fight towards the end. But that was a fight we all know is going to be a banger. But if he gets sloppy, I think he's going to shoot for a takedown in this fight. You wonder, if Tony catches him in something crazy. You never know with Tony. But I do think this is the end of Tony's career. And I just think Chandler's going to go out there, do his thing. I think this will be a closer fight than most people think. But
yeah,
just got Chandler taking it by decision.
100%.
Then Ovince St. Preux versus Shogun Rua. Pretty good fight. I mean, it's interesting fight. Shogun Rua is another guy at the end of his career, but Ovince St. He fought Tanner Boser back in June of last year. He lost in the second round. Tanner Boser is kind of that prospect who's coming up. He has lost recently. So it's kind of an interesting fight there. And then you got Shogun Rua, who's been in the UFC for so long now. He's been fighting Henderson. That was one of the best fights ever. He lost to Paul Craig back in 2020, tapped the strikes. Paul Craig, though, as we know, he's rising up there right now. He's another guy to watch out for. So it's just a fight. You feel like, how does Shogun Rua get it done? So Kevin, what's your
Yeah,
official
I think Shogun Rua, respect to the legend, but he's had a very wishy-washy career in the UFC. I mean, he has definitely had some amazing fights, but I think St. Preux gets it done. Probably a decision. I don't really see a finish. If there's a finish, St. Preux will probably do a submission. He has a couple of submissions. But if anything, I think St. Preux just wins in decision. I think it'll probably be 3-0.
I don't think Shogun Rua wins this fight. I just don't see how he wins it either. I'm going St. Preux by knockout in the first round. I think Shogun Rua is done. I think he's at the end of his career.
Really? Knockout that quick?
Yes, I think he tapped the strikes in his last one. He has been knocked out. He got knocked out by Anthony Smith in the first round before. He's been knocked out in the first round. And he fought over St. Preux. This is a rematch, and he got knocked down in the first round. It says right here, so it's like I feel like
that is true.
It's there. It's there for taking.
Wait, how long ago was that fight? The first fight between
that was in 2014. So
that's what I'm saying. They're so different. Both of them went different places by then.
Yes.
It could be. But they're also older as well. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be another decision on the card.
Yeah, it's just gonna be. Yeah, who knows how this fight plays out? Maybe he shows up. He's a legend of the sport, so you never know what happens with that. But next fight on the card, Donald Cerrone, Joe Lauzon, another two legends, another fight where we're seeing this. Donald Cerrone, he's coming off a fight against Alex Moreno back in May 2021, and he lost that in the first round standing TKO. He lost the Pettis fight. We remember his decision. McGregor, we all know. We all remember that. Knockout.
Love that McGregor knockout. 40 seconds to take care of that man.
Justin Gaethje first round, and then Ferguson, he got battered with the elbows. We all know. So he's just another guy, another guy coming at the end of this year. But Joe Lauzon, another legend of the sport, he's coming off a win back in 2019. Ground and pound first round finish. Before that, he was on a three fight out streak. So it seems like
I can see why they're making this fight, because Donald Cerrone, if we're being realistic, if he loses this next fight, he's not going to be in the UFC. UFC are going to cut him. I mean, come on. Out of his past 5 fights, he's lost 4 of them. One of them was a no contest. This is Donald Cerrone's. Even if he does win the fight, I'm sure Dana might just slot him some money just to be like, hey, retire, don't fight.
We have seen him do that before too.
He has done that with Iceman. Yep. He's done that with a bunch of other people. But I see why they're making the fight with Joe Lauzon, because he hasn't fought since 2019, and he's also one of those I'd call him mids. He's one of those mids fighters, and so this is a good fight. This is probably Dana probably already talked about him with him. Like, this is probably going to be your last fight in here, so just go give all you got, and then
So what's your official prediction?
I think my official prediction is, I think this is Cerrone's last fight, and we already know how he deals with pressure. I know he's not on the biggest stage in the world, but he's on a big card, and he's fighting a pretty decent guy. But I'm not saying Cerrone's going to get washed, but I think it's going to be another decision on the card. I think it's going to be another close decision. I think Donald Cerrone might pull it off, because just like, he's such a veteran, and I really think this might be his last fight, so he's going to give it everything.
Yeah, I could see it happen, but I'm gonna disagree with you on this one. I think Joe Lauzon's gonna go out there, get the decision win in a very close fight. I think it's gonna be a split decision. It's gonna be a very close one. Yeah. I just don't like what I've seen from Cowboy lately. I know it's been against some of the best guys in the world, but I just feel like Lauzon's been coaching now. He coaching does help. We hear coaching helps with the fight and everything else. I think Lauzon's just gonna go out there, get the decision win, and I think both guys, most likely will be done after this fight. Maybe Lauzon goes on, but yeah, I think by decision. Now, co-main event, title fight. Rose
baby, Doug Rose.
Now, this is a rematch from a couple years back. 2014, Carlos Esparza did submit Rose in the 3rd round, but that was way back. That's way back. Yeah, so that's way back. Rose is coming off. She beat Weili twice. Weili, we know, is one of the best fighters in the world that you want to fight. I'll never forget. She came back, beat Jessica Andrade. I don't know how that was a split decision. I thought she took that fairly easily. And yeah, and then we got Carla Esparza, who deserves this title shot because she's been winning lately. She goes out there. That was a grappling fight, so that's not a UFC fight. She beat Jan. She goes on, beats Marina Rodriguez. Marina Rodriguez, who's going to get the next title shot. She beat Michelle Waterson. Alexa Grasso, who's rising up the rankings right now, as we all know. Verna. So she's winning. She's literally on a nice streak right now. So she deserves this title shot. So, Kevin, what's your prediction on this one?
I'm saying Rose is 1,000,000,000,000,000% going to win this fight. Because think about it, look at their careers ever since that last fight. Rose has shot up into outer space. Carla Esparza has been like this. I mean, you got to look at the statistics, not even the statistics, just the fight in general. Carla Esparza, 34. Rose Namajunas, been kicking it her whole career, still 29. Rose has the height and reach advantage. I just don't see how you think Carla Esparza is going to win. Maybe on the ground, some submission, but I just don't know. I think Rose is going to get a finish probably in the third round. I'm calling a head kick, flush knockout for Rose Namajunas in this fight.
Knockout? I don't know.
Knockout.
I don't know. I'm also agreeing with you. I pick Rose. I think Rose is gonna get a decision. I don't think she finishes Carla. Although part of me wonders, Rose better be getting ready for these takedowns because Carlo's game plan is probably going to be shoot, 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 and
Exactly.
shoot again. Get her down. And if it gets to the ground, man, it's gonna get interesting. But I just think Rose is one of the best fighters in the world. She beat Whaley twice. I'm not that many people can. I don't think anyone else could do that.
She's one of the best women fighters of all time, really.
Yes. We saw what she did to Joanna the first time, knocked her out, beat her in the second fight. I think Rose takes a pretty significant decision in this. I think she wins like 4-1. Maybe Carla steals one round from her, but I think Rose takes this fight fairly easy. The main event of the evening.
This is an easy pick.
Charles Oliveira.
Easy.
No, it is not. Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. Charles Oliveira, man, he really has just been silencing the doubters. Kevin Lee, not that many people picked him. He went out there, beat him. Tony Ferguson goes out there and dominates. Michael Chandler, a fight. People thought Chandler was just gonna go out there and finish him. He comes back from adversity, knocks him out in the second round. Dustin Poirier, a fight where so many people were picking Dustin. We're saying it was Dustin's time. Charles goes out there. He locks in the rear naked choke. He comes back from adversity in the first round after getting dropped and wins it. He just always comes back from the odds. And now Justin Gaethje, another one who's coming off that fight against Michael Chandler, one of the best fights in 2021, as we all know. He won that decision. He lost to Khabib in round 2, triangle choke. Tough fight for him. We remember that Tony fight like we were just talking about. He dominated every round, basically.
He almost snapped his arm in half. Oh my God, that was disgusting.
Yes, Cerrone, all this. So it's an interesting fight, but I'm going to make my prediction after Kevin.
My first prediction is Charles Oliveira will win this fight. 99.9% chance, all right? So Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, he's not like everybody claims he has good takedown, good wrestling, but Charles Oliveira, I think, as long as he avoids the big shots from Gaethje, because we have seen in the past,
but can he?
Michael Chandler against Dustin Poirier.
But can he?
But can he? And I think he will, as long as he doesn't get dropped. He may get dropped, but he recovers very well if he does. But I think first round will go Justin just swinging for the fences. Charles Oliveira probably taking him down, probably looking for submissions, like a little spider all over Justin. But I think it will be second round. The same thing will happen. And then Charles Oliveira will eventually get his arms around that fucking neck and just put him to sleep.
So
I don't see it going any other way. The only way I see Justin Gaethje winning this fight is like if he catches Charles Oliveira clean on the chin. There's no other way.
Yeah, I was watching Oliveira Dustin today, and I saw right off the start Oliveira was in his face, pressure. And, he's going to do that to Gaethje probably. And, but Gaethje's going to be throwing, those uppercuts, swinging for the fences. So I wonder, because Oliveira's been dropped by Chandler. He's been dropped by Dustin. Gaethje hits harder than all those guys. So will he get up? Will he get up from a shot from Gaethje? I don't know. But I'm going to play it safe here. I like Oliveira. I like Oliveira by a late finish. I think he's going to catch Gaethje, but I think it's those first 2 rounds are so interesting for me because I could see Gaethje knocking him out. I really could. It's just a matter of will Oliveira get up, and we'll see. But I've been telling Kevin, lightweight belt's always going to be whoever. But in a year from now,
It's gonna be Conor McGregor.
The Islam Makhachev is going to be the lightweight champion. I've been telling Kevin this, so I going to pick Oliveira. Oliveira will be champ, and then I think that if Islam goes out there and beats Beneil, Islam. I've been telling Kevin for how many months now. I think Islam's the next champ of the world soon, and
Islam has to get past Beneil Dariush.
I agree. It's going to be another great.
He hasn't fought anybody in top 5 yet. He hasn't fought a real killer yet.
Not that
Once
many
you hit that top 5, it is death row.
Not that many people want to fight a guy like that. He's good. He's really good. I think Oliveira gets a late finish here, though. It's an interesting fight. But if you want to get crazy here, I would do an Esparza Gaethje parlay because I think both those. I think we could get 2 end news. I think we could. Esparza has a winnable way to win this fight. If she gets Rose to the ground, it's there. But I think Rose gets it. But Gaethje is the more likely end new champion on this night because of the power aspect. But I think we get 2 end stills of the night. And that's my predictions. That's Kevin's predictions. Anything else to say?
I got nothing to say, but besides, this card is going to be fire. I will be watching every single fight on this card. This main card is literally insane. It's definitely going to be, I think, fight-wise and the fireworks in it, this is probably going to be one of the best cards of the year.
It's going to be a great card, I can't wait. The summer UFC cards are insane. After this, we get Yuri versus Glover. If you haven't saw a Yuri interview, go check it out. He seems prepared for his fight against Glover. That's going to be another great fight. July International Fight Week. Oh my. It's a great summer for the UFC. You can't deny that. But hope you guys enjoy. I hope your bets are spot on this night. We'll be back with more interviews. And
thank you guys for watching.
Peace out.
Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you comment. Let us know other idea videos you guys want to see us do. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.